It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And we are back here on Katz and Cosby. Well, joining us is mega best-selling author. His latest book is Confronting the Presidents. Also the host of Common Sense with Bill O'Reilly every night here on WABC Radio, 9 to 10 p.m. Bill, your thoughts as we're heading into sort of the closing arguments, if you will, of Kamala Harris and President Trump.
Okay, so it's obvious how they're both going to close. Trump is going to hit immigration particularly hard. That's his number one issue right now. And he'll follow that up with inflation. But the emotion is on the border. That's why he held a press conference today in Mar-a-Lago with the women who have lost loved ones to illegal alien criminals. Harris is going to demonize Trump now. He's going to bring back the January 6th insurrection. He was responsible for it. He's a traitor. He's a threat to democracy, on and on and on and on. I think Harris will downplay the Hitler stuff because it's working against her. Even the dimmest American knows that is a vicious smear, and you can't justify it. So that's where they both are. Just to recap, Trump is going to hammer immigration for the next 7 days, and Harris is going to hammer Trump is a threat to the Constitution.
How much do you think that even on the January 6th, Bill, that people are tuning out? And you know, there were some reports today that some Democratic PACs were coming out. Obviously, the money folks were coming out and saying, this is so over the top. Focus on what you are going to do for the country, because she still hasn't really articulated that. It's just attack the other person. But even Democrats are sounding the alarm that this attack, whether it's January 6th or something else, is getting kind of a blatant deflection, that they're seeing it and they're seeing that she needs to put some meat on the bone, and she's not doing it.
Well, I'll tell WABC listeners now that the Democratic internal polling has Harris losing. And the only way she wins is if the low information voters, the people who don't know anything, are convinced that Trump is going to hurt them. So that's the only place they have to go. It's too late for Harris to define any issues. She had 3 months to do it and has failed to do it. So the only thing she has is what Biden had 4 years ago, vote against Trump.
Yeah,
that's all Kamala Harris has.
That's amazing. You know, isn't it amazing, Bill, like you just said, like she missed the moment to even define issues. And up until Election Day, we may not know what her issues are, you know?
Here's something interesting. Tonight on Common Sense, 9 o'clock on WABC, I will tell you exactly what a president, Kamala Harris, will do. I don't think anybody's done this. And I list 10 things that she will do. It's too complicated to get in here. We don't have enough time to do it. But that is my lead story tonight on Common Sense. And there's no secret. But she can't say any of it. Not one thing on my 10-point list can Kamala Harris say, I'm going to do this, because it's all so strikingly upsetting to the regular American.
Bill, this is George Pataki. I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight, but I think you're exactly right. And the reason that Kamala Harris had 3 months to define herself but failed to do it is because had she done that, she'd be even further behind in the polls. Her positions are totally out of the mainstream, not just of America, but of the Democratic Party. So she has to just double talk and obfuscate and try to disqualify Trump, and I don't think that's going to work.
Well, I don't either. I think that, and I'll make my prediction on Halloween, which is fitting, but at this point I've said I think Trump will win. But Trump has got to knock off the mistakes. That Puerto Rican thing at his rally was a huge mistake. Now, he didn't know about it. Trump did not know this guy, didn't know what he was going to say. But that's on his people. And he's got some bad people working for him, Donald Trump. And Harris's main mistake was the View saying, I can't think of anything I do differently than what the Biden administration has done. That crushed her. She can't get out from under that.
Yeah, no, those are great points, Bill. Did you see also they're still wrestling as to what other interviews she will do? She was trying to put some criteria on Joe Rogan and only wanted to limit it. Did you see that, Bill? She only wanted to limit it to an hour. Trump spoke to him for 3 hours plus. What do you see her doing beyond this, her, quote, January 6th attack again tonight?
Well, she can do all the interviews she wants. It's too late. So it's a waste of time. Even her campaign knows it. So what they're doing is targeting now. For example, it just happened, but in North Carolina, which Trump will win, the Harris campaign pulled its ads, TV ads, just today, just like about an hour ago, out of all the markets except Raleigh-Durham, where she's ahead. And they're going to blanket with $2 million TV buy Raleigh-Durham and hope that Metro Center overcomes the rest of the state. That's what she'll be doing. She'll be visiting targeted places like Detroit and Milwaukee and Philadelphia, where she's going to hope to get a minority wave of votes at the last minute to overcome the deficit that she has in the polls. I don't see her doing a lot of media. I mean, maybe she'll do a Hail Mary, possible. But I can't see it because she has never answered a direct question about anything. Bret Baier asked her 10 questions. She did not answer directly one of them.
And Bill, even CNN Anderson Cooper. I mean, he was trying to get it was CNN again. I was asking the question. She couldn't answer about the border wall. Remember?
It's not she couldn't.
Yeah, she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to. Now, I do have a plug for News Nation tomorrow night, 2-hour special. On the presidential campaign. It's Mark Cuban going up against me.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, my God. My bet's on you.
If you can't see it, I'm going to use the sound on WABC, of course. But we got JFK Jr., RFK Jr., we got Cuban, we got a whole bunch of people. And so that will be far more interesting than any canned interview anybody does, believe me. The sparks will fly.
Oh, my God. I can't wait to tune into that. Bill, that is going to be great. Real quick before we let you go, early voting, because there's been 50 million people have early voted. How do you see that changing the dynamics here and timing of what might happen on election day, or is it going to be election week or election month?
Well, I think that Trump will win by one vote in New York State, and that'll be Casamatidi's vote that he cast this morning. That's how that's going.
No, we voted last night at 7:53, 7:55.
You and Margaret, right? So there's two votes. So there's two votes.
No, I thought it was in the morning. It was at night. Okay.
Last night. Right after the Charlie Gasparino book party. Go woke, go broke.
Which was a great book party.
There you go.
Yes.
So to answer your question quickly, because I know you got to run.
Mark Levin is going to yell at us.
Again.
Yeah, well, he yells at everybody, right?
True.
So it comes down to this. I'm all about analytics, not ideology. And the Republican registration has surged in almost every swing state. That tells you what you need to know.
The American people realize what's going on, I think, a majority of them.
Well, we'll find out, but I believe that's true.
Yeah, I do too. Bill, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. And I'll be listening at 9 o'clock and watching the Yankees, too, and I'll be listening to you.
And I'll be watching tomorrow News Nation, too, Bill. I can't wait.
Okay, go Yankees.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees.